Hey friend, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. Now in today's video we are going to continue our in-depth study of the book of Genesis, and today we are doing chapter 20. So grab your Bibles and I'll cue the intro. So in the previous chapter, chapter 19, we learned about how God destroyed Sodom. But before he did that, how he sent his angels and to save Lot and to rescue him out from Sodom before God destroyed it. We also learned what happened to Lot and his two daughters. And today, in chapter 20, we are reading about Abraham and Abimelech. So let's get into it. From there, Abraham journeyed toward the territory of the Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur, and he sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said to Sarah his wife, "She is my sister." And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, "Behold, you are a dead man because of the woman whom you have taken, for she is a man's wife." Now Abimelech had not approached her, so he said, "Lord, will you kill an innocent people? Did he not himself say to me, 'She is my sister'? And she herself said, 'He is my brother.' In the integrity of my heart and the innocence of my hands, I have done this." Then God said to him in the dream, "Yes, I know that you have done this in the integrity of your heart, and it was I who kept you from sinning against me. Therefore, I did not let you touch her. Now then, return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, so that he will pray for you, and you shall live. But if you do not return her, know that you shall surely die, you and all who are yours." So Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told them all these things. And the men were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said to him, "What have you done to us, and how have I sinned against you, that you have brought on me and my kingdom a great sin? You have done to me things that ought not to be done." And Abimelech said to Abraham, "What did you see that you did these things?" Abraham said, "I did it because I thought, there is no fear of God at all in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she is indeed my sister, the daughter of my father, though not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife. And when God caused me to wander from my father's house, I said to her, 'This is the kindness you must do to me at every place to which we come. Say of me, he is my brother.' Then Abimelech took sheep and oxen and male servants and female servants and gave them to Abraham and returned Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said, 'Behold, my land is before you. Dwell where it pleases you.' To Sarah he said, 'Behold, I have given your brother 1,000 pieces of silver, and before everyone you are vindicated.' Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, and also healed his wife and female slaves, so they bore children. For the Lord has closed all the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife." So first of all, when we read this story, this should take us back to when Abraham and Sarah passed through Egypt and went to the Pharaoh. Or basically they didn't purposely go to the Pharaoh, but the Pharaoh, the princes or the servants of the Pharaoh saw that, wow, there's this beautiful, beautiful woman. And the Bible tells us of how beautiful Sarah was. And now they made this promise, Abraham and Sarah, a while back, saying, if ever we go to a different town or a city, just tell people I'm your brother. Don't tell them that I'm your husband. Now, the reason why is because in those days, if I was a man, okay, no, that's wrong. If a man looked upon a woman and saw that she was beautiful and married, he would kill the husband so that he could take the wife. He wouldn't just take the wife because that would be sin, but he would kill the husband, and then she has no husband, and then take her as his wife. So this is exactly what Pharaoh wanted to do or would have done. Basically, when Abraham and Sarah passed through Egypt, his servants notified him of this beautiful woman that's passing through, and Pharaoh inquired of her, and they said, "Oh no, Abraham is my brother," and so Abraham was spared. He then paid Abraham for Sarah, his sister, with lots of servants, donkeys, camels, gold, so many things to thank him for the sister that his sister that he's now taking as one of his wives. So then it came out that all these plagues were entering Pharaoh's house and his home and his kingdom, and he realized that something's wrong. And he's like, well, the only change I've made lately was this new woman. And so he realized that this woman must be betrothed or married to another man. And that he then approached Abraham and said, all these plagues have entered. Is this your wife and not your sister? And it was in fact true. Pharaoh spared Abraham's life and told him, just take what I've given you, the male servants, female servants, donkeys, camels, oxen, the gold, everything I've given you, and just get away. Just leave me alone, just go. Because he couldn't curse him because of Abraham's God, which is our God, was so powerful. He's just like, just take and just get away from me. I don't want any part of this. And now here we have the same thing happening, where Sarah and Abraham journeyed to the territory of Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur, and they sojourned to Gerar. Remember, sojourned mean they just temporarily staying there, so they're passing through. So this was in Gerar, and the king of Gerar is Abimelech. And so Abimelech saw, this girl is beautiful, I'm gonna make her my wife. And then in the dream, God visited him and said, do not take her as your wife. And so Abimelech then approached Abraham and said, like, hello, why did you lie to me? Why did you say this is your sister? And Abraham explained the reason why. And now Abimelech did give again Abraham and Sarah, or Abraham, more oxen, more female servants, male servants, and things and sheep. So again, we already know all the things that Abraham have accumulated over the time. So he's got so many possessions and so many people, and it just keeps growing every time, because he's so in the favor of God and being so blessed that wherever he's going, even when he's faced difficult situations, he always ends off walking out of it with a blessing, being better off, just going there, ending up being better off each time. It just amazes me. Now, what's interesting, think about Abimelech, because now we read in verse 17 that then Abraham prayed to God. Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech and also healed his wife and female slaves so that they could bear children. So before that, they were barren. And now because Abraham passed through, and God also said that in a prayer, God also said that in a dream to Abimelech, saying, warning, this guy is a prophet. Let him pray for you, but do not marry Sarah. Let him pray for you. He is a prophet. And so Abraham did. Abraham prayed for him after he confessed and said, yep, this is true. And then they were no longer barren. Abimelech, his wife, and female slaves were no longer barren. So the curse was broken. Just because Abraham sojourned through and did what God knew that they would do. And God used that to set Abimelech and his family and people free. So how beautiful. Strange, odd twist, but beautiful, and I love that. But that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on chapter 20. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I pray that God will continue to bless you. Bye.